Alright, so I'm going to show you guys what it's like making a Java plugin from scratch. We're not going to be doing that in our project because it'll already have been started, but just so you guys get the context of how everything is started up. So we're going to make a new project, call it demo plugin, no advanced settings necessary. And the first thing that we're going to want to get started with is going to this project structure here under file. And we're going to want to make sure that under modules, we add the plus button here for our dependencies. So a dependency for demo plugin. And we had already got ourselves that build tools build. So let's go ahead and find that. I think that's in my documents. Yep, build tools demo. As I had made. Now it's going to be under the Spigot folder, Spigot API target, and we're going to choose this Spigot API shaded jar. And that's going to provide us with access to that Spigot API when we're coding. So let's go ahead and click OK. Alright, now that we're done with that, the first thing that we're going to want to do is create a package. There is a format for this for Java. If you haven't taken the Java class, if you have, you might have seen it, but it'll do something along the lines of a backwards URL. Sometimes you'll do like, say for example, our name is novamist.com. We'll do com.novamist, and then the name of your main folder. So it's going to be demo plugin. Let's go with that. Make a new Java class. So here we're going to make our main class. Here we're going to call it demo plugin. Yes, add it to that Git repository. And the first thing we're going to do here is immediately start using that Spigot API. And I'll also interchangeably refer to it as Bucket. Bucket is the original, I guess, framework that we're using. Spigot is a fork of Bucket. So I will refer to it as either or. But yeah, anyways, so we're going to extend Java plugin here because that's how our server is going to be able to recognize this as a plugin. So let's go ahead and create, override our first required function here on enable. The following one is not exactly required, but it's a good practice to have it. Both of these represent something that happens when the plugin is first loaded and then when it is first turned off before the server shuts down. So here let's go ahead and we'll just start with a, let's see, start with a debug message, so that we will see the hello world when our plugin gets enabled. It'll be in the console of the server. And then when we turn the server off, we're probably not going to see it because the console will close when we turn off the server, but I'll add that as well. To source, .yml. And this is going to be telling the server all the critical information about our plugin. And add that to that Git. And let's go ahead and start with the very basic, the very fundamental parts. This is going to be the plugin name here and the attribute name. And as you can see, there's a format to these YML files. You have a value, or I guess an attribute, key and value, I guess you could call it if it was like a dictionary or map. So in this case, we're going to have name is demo plugin, and there's no semicolons in YAML, and interchangeably referred to as YML or YAML. So we just do a carriage return to the next line, and that is kind of how, it's like Python basically. Carriage returns and tabs mean something. So we're going to also just define a name, in this case, just me. Main is going to define our main class. So we're going to tell the plugin or the server where our class is located, and this is that package that I was telling you about before. First, it's the package, and then following the package, the name of that class. So demoplugin.java was our class that we made, and we don't have to put .java here. The last attribute that we got to add is API version. So this is just saying which version of Minecraft we're going in, 1.19. Ours is 1.19.4, but this is an all-encompassing 1.19 that covers 1.19.1, 1.19.2, etc. It's for major updates, essentially. So that concludes our plugin.yml file. And then we're going to go ahead and tell the IDE how to compile our jar file. The jar file for, we'll call it demoplugin.jar, is how we're going to upload it to our server, or how we're going to have the server loaded. So let's go to our project structure as we did earlier for the modules, except this time it's artifacts. And we're going to add artifacts, add a jar, and we have to click from modules with dependencies because that's using that Spigot dependency that we had done earlier. Go ahead and click OK. And as you can see, it's already defined right here because that's something that we had told the IDE before. And the last thing that we got to do is, as you can see, demo plugin is including all of the source code, but we have to tell it, hey, you know, we also have this plugin.yml file. Where is that? My working directory should be demo plugin, yeah. Source plugin. Just to make sure that the plugin.yml is included, we're gonna go ahead and click OK here. It looks like all of the details, yep, are good. Now that we've specified how to build that artifact, let's go ahead and build the artifact. Yep, demo plugin jar, build, and it's gonna show up, yep, right here in our output artifacts, demo plugin.jar. Great. Okay, and now in that demo plugin folder, let's go ahead and grab that jar file. And I have a favorite for that server folder as well. I've already compiled it once before for another test, but now I just made this, this is our new file, just replaced it. So now I'm going to go ahead and run that run.bat that we made before. I think that the parameters might be different. I posted the updated ones in the description of the first video, so as long as you're copying it, you're good. And let's see, after the server starts up, yep, okay, the message that we see right here is demo plugin, enabling demo plugin v0.1, because we called it version 0.1, and it's displaying the name as well. And our console message got displayed. So right when the plugin got enabled, hello world was printed to the console. And there's a command that we can actually give to the server, stop. That's going to stop that Minecraft server. If we look closely, we'll be able to see that it'll say goodbye world. Yep, right there, before it goes away. Okay, it's taking a while to save the chunk, so we get to look at our message. Disabling demo plugin v0.1, goodbye world. Okay, and that's a demonstration for kind of how the basics of plugins work. We're going to go ahead and go over our code base in a meeting following this. So